Hello from Orlando and the EDUCAUSE Learning Initiatives Conference. I flew in today at about 11 o'clock and caught the opening session with Constance Steinkuehler. Her research largely is on massively multiplayer online games. So if you think of things like World of Warcraft, that's what her research is on. And her findings, well, mostly what she talked about in the session had to do with how the people who play those games are very analytical and think like scientists, a lot more than your average American adult. So, for example, whenever she took a look at all of the transcripts that they had whenever they were talking to one another about the game, she found that by and large, people, the way that they argue there, instead of just stating a point and that's the end, they generally use data to back themselves up, or if they're arguing with someone, they'll pull data in to refute what the other person said. So they're making critical use of resources that they have available to them to make a clear and a decisive point. So that in mind, in its implications for higher education, how do games play into what the library does? I'm not sure. I haven't given this a lot of thought yet. Mostly because directly after that session I had to run off and do my presentation. Me and Lisa Spiro of Rice University and Tyler, last name is escaping me right now, from Sam Houston State presented on the DIRT Wiki, the Digital Research Tools Wiki, and I'll post the link in the blog. Essentially what that is, for those of you who I haven't talked to about it, is it's a wiki that catalogs all of the online tools that are available for researchers. For example, you might have heard of Zotero, a bibliographic management tool. Maybe you heard about it on a blog, or a colleague mentioned it to you, or something like that. Or Google Docs. A lot of people at UTA heard about Google Docs through the Library Stew workshop we held last summer. Essentially, taking into account all these tools that are out there. There are so many tools out there nowadays, and you discover them through a variety of channels, through blogs, through your colleagues that talk about them, through conferences that you may attend, through podcasts. The point is, you hear about these tools through a lot of different ways, and there are an awful lot of tools out there. What the Digital Research Tools Wiki does is it catalogs all of these and provides reviews of them. So, for example, if you need to do things like annotate text, or do some data mining, or bibliographic management, or visualization of data, this wiki will have listings of both commercial products and open source free products that will help you accomplish these tasks. What we're hoping people took away from our presentation is not only the web address to the wiki, but also the notion that since it's a wiki, anybody can contribute to it. So if they take it back to their faculty, and their faculty reads it and discovers a great tool that helps in their research, they might also look at the wiki and discover what's not there and contribute to it themselves. I mentioned that there are reviews on there as well, so it's not just a laundry list of tools out there on the web. It's also some description of how people have used these tools. So as people go to the DIRT Wiki and start looking at it, rather than wasting time looking through all of the tools that are there and exploring each one in great detail, the reviews will help them select the ones that they may want to dive into further. So not only is it a problem that there are so many tools out there and it's hard to discover them unless you just stumble upon them, but also that you have to invest time into learning them just to find out that they may not be useful to you at all. Again, the DIRT Wiki tries to solve these problems by providing a single place where you can stumble across a lot of things that are annotated that will help you decide whether or not you want to spend time with it. We gave out brochures. Our presentation went over really well. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow's sessions. I'll make another video cast at that point to talk about what went on then. Hope everything is going well in Arlington. I will see you next week.